Good morning. This is a request from Saloni Shah. Beautiful name, Saloni. Can you please make a video on how to know you're manifesting, even if you're seeing absolutely no outer changes? So, we are always manifesting. That's the first thing you need to understand. Always, always, always. Every day, every day, every day, all day. That's what I wanted to say. Every second. The thing is, we don't do it consciously. And how you manifest and what you manifest determines on your beliefs, your belief system. And because of certain beliefs, you have certain thoughts. I'm going to assume here that you're trying to manifest something big that you don't believe that you can have. And you can tell me, maybe you say, yeah, but I do believe it. But the very fact that you're not seeing it now means that you are not believing it. And I know this is super frustrating. Been there, done that. And the great thing is you can change it. So the same thing with learning anything new. You're not going to be Beyonce immediately when you just started singing. You're not going to be who's a super good dancer. You're not going to be them or be that person within a week, within a day, within a year even. Which isn't to say that you can't manifest your thing that you want, which is frustrating you now in a year. It just means that it takes practice. So the thing is, we're always manifesting. That's what you need to understand. We just do it unconscious. And you want the process to be conscious. So how do you do that? You do that by being very aware of what you're believing and what you're thinking. And an easy way to do this is to write things down and to start. Okay, I'm not sure. I have a feeling, but I'm not sure. I have a feeling that this is about a man, Saloni. So, assuming that this is about a man, you're going to write all the things down that you think about men in general. You're going to write down all men are, and then what you believe, what you really believe. You have to be honest to yourself, because if you're not honest, you're not going to make any progress. The thing is, you can also really easily check what you have been thinking by looking at your bank account, looking at your love life, looking at your work, looking at the relationships with your friends, looking at how people treat you in the streets. All these things show you what you believe, in what state you are, and a state usually comes from how are you thinking, and what you've been thinking. So one Auftrag, that's German. Example is not the word. What's the word? One thing you have to do, I forgot the word for it, task, is write down all the things you believe about men and relationships. Also, what do you believe about you? Do you believe that you're worthy? Do you believe that you're sexy, that you're beautiful, that you're wanted? So you have this list at one point. Take your time for it, and please, I don't know if you're a little bit like me, but when I started this, I could get really angry with myself, and being angry with yourself doesn't help. Because if there's one person you need to have patience with and be lovely to, it's you. So be patient with yourself and be sweet to yourself. Make yourself a nice cup of coffee. It's super big, I know. Or something else that you like to drink. And just have fun with this process, because today is the first day of your amazing new life that you're going to create consciously. You're going to step out of this unconscious behavior and you're going to do it consciously. And every time that you see something showing up that you like, you're going to say, wow, I created this. Because you know what? We tend to claim things, conscious creators, we tend to claim things that are shitty. We're like, oh, that's not so cool that I created that. But then when something cool happens, most conscious creators are like, oh, but that's a coincidence. And that's bullshit, because we create everything. We create the thing that we judge as ugly, and we create the things that we judge as amazing. So we create the whole day, every day. So okay, back to the task you have. You're gonna write down men are blah blah blah, and you make this list. Then, and about yourself. Then you're gonna look at the list, and everything that is negative, you're going to change into a positive. So, for instance, if you have men are flaky, maybe that's a belief you have, maybe not, but this is an example. Men are flaky. That's a belief. You can easily think men are trustworthy. That's the opposite. So you're going to write down the opposite for everything that you wrote down, only if it's positive. If it's already positive, then leave it. Make a new list and read this list every day, a couple of times a day for at least 2 weeks. You're going to see a shift happening in yourself about what you believe about men or about yourself, about money. You can do this with any subject. And this is how you change beliefs, by repetition, because the belief that you have, somewhere you picked it up and you started repeating it because you just hypnotize yourself by repeating things in your head. And at one point it was a belief and it's an automatic thing, and it's not true. Like it's not true. Thoughts create reality. There was one more thing, 1 second, that I was thinking about that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, test with small things. And don't forget to be grateful. That's also a really big thing. When you're in a state of nothing happens and I don't see any outer changes, what state are you in? You're not in a state where things will flow and you get presents and smiles and people are happy. No, just pretend, because that's also what Neville says. Persist, 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 persist. And more teachers say this, by the way. Just pretend, play pretend. Act like you're a little kid again, like how we used to do things when we were small. We would pretend and we were so happy. And things also come to you easily when you're in that happy flow, childish state. Also, if you have limiting beliefs inside of you and still a lot of bottled up anger and hurt, you need to release that first, because otherwise you will be building a house on a rotten foundation, and what happens at one point, the house collapses because the foundation isn't good. So this process, it takes time. It's just the way it is, and you can be bummed about it or not, but you better accept it, make use of the time. What I'm doing at the moment a lot is I exercise so much and I love it. I have multiple buns in the oven and they're all kind of um, getting crispy and cooked, baked at the right time. And I see the fruits of the different ones, and it's so cool. Just have multiple things that you would love to consciously manifest, and then behind the scenes, work on changing your beliefs, work on loving yourself, work on doing things that make you happy. Don't focus on this one big thing. And then one last thing, practice with the coffee game. I posted a video about the coffee game before. I'm going to look it up and post a link down below. And you can do this. You've got this. Everyone can do it. You can do it too. This is what we're made. This is what we came here to do, to consciously create. So just have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. And appreciate all the things already that you have consciously manifested. And if you can't see anything that you consciously have manifested, then pretend you have manifested a couple of super cool things. That's it. I'm going out the door because I'm going to exercise outside, and I wish you a wonderful day. And thank you for asking the question, and I hope I helped you. Mwah.